Hello my friends and welcome to Mystic Star Magic. Today we're going to have a lot of fun as we find out what's happening with you this week. So we have tarot cards, oracle cards, divination dice, and a sprinkle of charm chips. I'm really liking the charm chips, so we're using those again until I go back to my regular stuff. This is the charms. I have a whole bunch of those as well. If you want to find out how to win a free personal reading, just check the description down below. And also, if you want to book a reading, all the information is down at the description. As is a link to some of the oracle decks. I do list all my decks down below as well, the ones I used. And also, if you want to buy my decks, there's information down below. Or if you want to buy one Be Love and Crystals decks and need a code for discount, it's also all down below. So there's amazing things all down in the description. I like to look at those sometimes too. Okay. Enough jibber jabber on my part. Let's go ahead and close our eyes and inhale, clear our mind, and now as we exhale and open our eyes, choose whichever pile is drawing you to it. Alright, let's do this. Oh, hello group one. The camera went a little kabutz. Alright, so you chose this beautiful card right here. And you know, this week is all about like healing. Oh, you can't really see my little amethyst rocks. Let me put them all here. Sorry. Oh, a little OCD here. And of course our little buddy here as well. Okay. So this week is all about, I don't know, I feel like healing and crystals are important this week. I'm not sure why that is, but it just feels like we are going to need a little extra. And you chose this one. So selenite is clear the clutter. Selenite is crystal. It's a crystal that I came to really love and appreciate. Whenever you know what is funny? Whenever I hold on to it, which I'm not holding on to it right now, I get a more clear sense of my words. I don't like stutter. I don't think about it. There's a certain clarity here, and I feel like that's what it is. So clearing the debris, clearing even in your if you need it for your like words, it really helps. Just connecting, clearing. But I feel like what this is a week about. So I guess that what I'm thinking here, what I'm seeing here is wherever that the extra words or the extra stuff that you have in your life right now, this week I think you're going to be kind of sorting it out. Yeah, you're clearing the clutter, but in order to clear the clutter, you need to know what is clutter, right? So I feel like this week is going to help you sort throughout that. Like you're gonna kind of see like, okay, this is holding me back. I'm almost feeling that. That's what it is. It's like, is this holding me back? And that's what I think this week is all about. It's deciding what is clutter and then clearing it, right? Because a lot of like they like, oh, there's clutter, but there's also like mental clutter. Like, right, what are our thoughts? What like overwhelming thoughts, or what looping thoughts, as I like to call them, thoughts that just kind of keep looping and looping and looping, or the types of thoughts that kind of all of a sudden you start off here and then you kind of snowball into this whoa kind of thing. So what is it? So I don't just feel like it's a clutter in a physical sense, but a clutter in everything. Like for example, clutter of words in me, like how do I express clearly what I want to say, right? That's for me. And that's maybe my thoughts too. How do I clear my thoughts? So what aspect, where in your life is there clutter? Where do you feel overwhelmed? And that's another thing. Like clutter is overwhelming, right? So where do you feel overwhelmed? And then that's a key to how to find out where you have that. And then bring in selenite. If you don't have selenite, if like what I always say, either take a picture on your phone and just kind of carry it around with you, or like print it out and put it up. There's ways. I mean, and if you can get the selenite, definitely do. I highly recommend it. It's one of my go-to crystals, along with the amethyst, of course. Let's continue on. What other mysterious? Okay, so who's being mysterious? Are you being mysterious? There's more to me than what you see. So this is quite interesting to me. We were just talking about clutter. It does feel like a little clutter here, and it's not a bad thing. Like, it's not, but look, we can't even distinguish ourselves, right? That's what I'm seeing here. It's like when all of this, these are beautiful flowers, and that's beautiful. But now imagine if this isn't a whole bunch of beautiful flowers, but instead it could be a bunch of thoughts, or it could be a bunch of literal like thing clutters, right? You kind of are missing out. You're kind of like taking it's like here we can't really focus on this. We focus on all of this, but we forget our little buddy here. So maybe you're cluttering. What are you cluttering in your life? And it keeps coming to that clutter, right? Where you're missing out on something. That's what I'm feeling like. Yes. And the mysterious. And now what I think is you can't see it because there's so much clutter. I almost also feel like it's for love as well. It's like if there's like all this drama, or all this like things, or like the past that we have, then we're missing out on this. We're missing out. Maybe there is somebody who is out there who actually fits all the descriptions of the things that you want, but you can't see them because there's clutter, there's static. I like to call it noise, right? As well. That clutter to me is sometimes like that noise where you can't have that. Sometimes that quiet just gives you that clarity. So yeah, and so it feels like there is a mystery there. It's waiting for you to clear all the clutter. That's beautiful. I like that. All right, let's see what else. Passionate. Okay, I love with every bright beat of my heart. Oh my goodness, yes. Let's actually put this. I'm sorry. Sometimes I have weird things where it's like that. Balance. So yeah. Okay. All right. I'm hearing. Sorry. So when we have this, when we clear that clutter, when we do this, it's like this, we can actually more express our passion. We can more like love more fully in terms of like, because all the excess is out of the way. So I really like this. And I feel like maybe I don't know why, for some of you, you've been feeling overwhelmed and because of all this, like I said, noise, clutter, whatever it is, thoughts, whatever the clutter is or the noise is, it's been draining you, and maybe a little bit of drowning, but drowning and draining you. And so it's been blocking your passion. This is who you are here. And yes, the mystery is there, but you are like meant to stand out, not to be hidden behind. I don't if that makes sense to you. But that I'm feeling very strongly about that. Let's see what other things are going to come out. So breathe, exhale, right? That's all about this exhale. And it's also, look at that. It actually kind of makes sense quite a lot, because I do feel like there's a sense of overwhelm. Yeah, that's what I like. There's a sense of overwhelm where you're almost like you can't catch your breath. Like whether you know it or not, that clutter is really, it's kind of holding you back. And like I said, it's of all sorts of clutter. It doesn't have to be a physical clutter. It can just be emotional. It can be like I like to call it baggage. It could just be noise, static, drama, other people. It's like, now it's time for you, like, it's like you're holding your breath from it, right? You can, like, breathing is so beautiful, and you breathe in fresh air, right? If you breathe in deeply and breathe in fresh air, you love it. But if you hold your breath, right? And that's kind of clutter for us. If you try to hold on to something and you keep holding on to it, and that breath no longer is fresh air, and it becomes stale, and not only stale, but it hurts to keep it in your lungs. So we need to exhale, release is what I'm hearing. Release all this. Oh, strong week ahead for you. All right, let's see what we have. We have justice. We have the Knight of Wands, yeah, and that's more of the exhale and the releasing here coming through. And we have Eight of Wands, so lots of, like, look at this, there's a lot of fast-moving energy here. There's also a lot of passion like we have here. But there is a sense of needing balance. There is a sense of yeah, like, if there is motion, there is slowing down. Also, the justice to me always reminds me of a bit of, like, well, there is balance, but also kind of like a karma coming through. It's like almost, to me, sometimes the justice is like a releasing of karma, or like of fulfillment of karma. And it depends. But for me, it's like releasing right now. It's a sense of needing the balance for you right here. Because I feel like you want to move forward. There is this passion that's driving you forward, but you cannot move forward if we have things that are holding us back. So I do feel like that. Maybe this is the week where you get all that passion, where you get all that excitement, and you just move forward. You actually take this time to clear out all the baggage and move on forward. What else did I want to say? Oh, right. For some of you, maybe there is a mysterious, very passionate person coming in through there. Just whenever I see the Knight of Wands, just like it's not a fixed thing. So there's like fluidity with there. So it's not like could be a passing fling, or just like it's in the beginning stages of developing. Just so you know, for those of this is a love aspect of it. Well, my voice is going. I don't know. It's been doing that recently. But I do feel like take this momentum that's coming. Like that is something that I like. Take the momentum that's coming this week. I also see this that we have like a message coming through as well. So there might be like a message coming from, I feel like, offering something creative, passion. It could also be like possibly a contract that's coming for some of you, that's going to move you closer to where your dreams are. I don't know why that feels that way, but I do feel like the contract might be coming. It might be speeding things up as you go forward. There's a lot of movement here, but there's always the focus of being balanced for the week. Okay, let's see what other self-care is. Nourishing our temple. So yeah, maybe we also need to like exhale. Maybe there's I've been feeling like that a lot. I've been feeling like I need to, like, especially because when winter comes, I just crave green, like, vegetables and lots of fruits, just because the colors, and of course the nutrients. But I feel like, or maybe it was the holidays that I went crazy with, like a whole bunch of eating not that healthy. But yes, it's important to nourish our temple, especially this week, because there's going to be a lot of fast moving energy coming through. So you need to nourish your temple. You need to nourish yourself. Let's see what the divination dice are going to tell us. Oh yeah, seize the day. Yes, you can seize the day. Look at this, a whole bunch of messages. Yeah, envelopes. There's a important message coming through here. We are reminded to be saving. That's important. For some of you, I actually feel like you might find money this week. Unexpected. Yeah. So we're taking care of nourishing our temple is very important. We don't want to hurt ourselves. We don't want to do stuff. Again, there's like a lot of flame. Like, you have a lot of power this week. Just know it. And then the power stemming from the passion. Whatever you're excited about is going to help you. Look at that. You're moving forward faster and faster every time. And one day at a time. Yeah. Don't overwhelm yourself, because it can be like when you have this, when there's that wave of action, it can be overwhelming. So just take it one day at a time. It even says seize the day. So like I said, some messages are important. It might be something to do with contracts. It might be messages from this person who's very fiery and passionate. So for some of you, it might be from like your kids or from a suitor. It's a general reading. So it's not specific, but what I do know that is the messages are important. So be on the lookout for like important messages this week, and do remember to take care of your temple, which is your body, right? And also your temple can also be your house, right, as well. And your body is actually not just your body, but also your mind. So it's like, I just feel like there's a lot of there's need for you to release things. Okay, let's see what we have. We have the talent, we have the 2, and we have the, I think that's money again coming through. The one. It feels like there's money coming for you as well. And creativity again, right? Creative passion. That's the energy here. Oh, I like this. Okay, yeah, look at that. And 2 here. It's harmony, balance, okay, harmony, balance, consideration, and love. So there's like potential for that, but there's a need for balance, like we said, because that's what a message that we're getting over and over. I did like it. Okay, so this one is all about career, practical, career-minded, down-to-earth, dealing with physical, tangible world, using physical senses. Okay, that's good, but for me, always the diamond is actually money coming through here. So I'm gonna say money because we're also the little piggy bank. It may not be like it's not gonna be a whole lot, but I feel like it's like some like money that's coming in. That's gonna be, you know, tangible and good. It's not gonna be like you won the lotto, unless and if you did though, consider donating. That's okay. I'm just kidding. I but no, but it is like money that I feel like you've been wanting and needing, so it is coming through here. So creativity, artisans, and add more color to your life. Yeah, but I for me, it's more creativity coming through this week. So I had a really fun time doing this reading. I hope you have fun with me being all silly. Sometimes I feel that way. Sometimes I'm more serious. So this was a lot of fun. And you have a beautiful week, group one. So I hope you enjoy it as well. If you did like this reading, please do consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. I appreciate your time, your energy, and of course, you sharing your beautiful journey with me. I am sending you magical, magical blessings. And until I see you in the next one, bye-bye, group one. Hello, group two. Let's find out what's happening with you this week. Okay, so you chose this epidote. And you know what's funny? When I see this epidote, it reminds me of the heart. So it says go deeper. So since it looks to me as a heart, it's like go deeper into your heart. Go deeper into your emotions. Go deeper. Yeah. I'd say I like that a lot. I actually never saw an epidote. I'm gonna see if I can find some. Okay, so we have this road trip. Oh, look at that. And these are by V Love and Crystals. This is her Lavender Dreams, if I'm not mistaken. So road trip, a metaphorical passage in life. Your life is spiraling out of control. I'm taking this as a positive. I feel like there's a need, like you're moving forward. Maybe the going deeper might actually be a metaphorical rite of passage in life. Where you're, you no longer want a superficial, whatever it's like, whether it's superficial, I don't know, anything superficial. It could be relationship. It could be something more that you just want. Like you no longer are satisfied with surface qualities. Sorry, I'm bumping everything. So I have breakup. So endings and new beginnings. So what I'm seeing here, which is interesting, we go deeper. We go on a road trip, we go passage, and then we kind of, in order for us to move forward in life, to go through that passage in life, the road trip, it's, there has to be like endings and there has to be beginnings. We have to leave behind something, but we're heading towards something else. It almost feels like this car is heading towards that way, right? Or it's this way, it's coming towards us. Like there's a whole bunch of unknown, but we are leaving something behind. To me, it's like, it really does feel like a leaving behind of the superficial things. And it's not in a judgment way at all. I'm saying it like, more like things that are not making you happy, but you felt that you had to have for whatever reason, right? You're like, oh, I had to have this, but you're like, but that's not making me happy. So you're leaving that behind because that isn't really aligning with who you are now. And you are always, like we are always, actually, I feel like we are always on a road trip through life, right? We're always going through that metaphorical passage of life. We're always on that journey. And we're always leaving behind things, a part of ourselves, sometimes be other people, it could be stuff, but we're leaving behind and we're making our way to the new ones. So that's interesting. So there could be sadness, because it kind of reminds me of the Eight of Cups. It could be sadness behind it, but right, as we let release, but there is no longer anything in the cup, so we must move forward. I feel like this is sort of like the Chariot. I could totally see this using as a tarot deck. Let's see what other. Oh wow, look, a wish fulfillment coming through here. So there is a wish fulfillment. Isn't it interesting? Because I actually feel like it is all connected. Is when we release something, when we let go of whatever it is, when we leave behind something, that's when our wish is coming true. It's an interesting week. This is like a week where I feel like there's a lot of like healing and learning happening. I don't know why, but that is what I'm feeling. That's why we have my like the amethyst crystals, and I chose the crystal cards in general. And this is a deck that I've been really enjoying as well. I have to tell me. Look at that love, yeah, coming through here. Or like finding that balance. Page of Wands as we. Oh wow, look at this. I actually love this because it's like this is us. The Page of Wands is actually this journey. It is that rite of passage way coming through here. It is that we're moving forward. And I feel like we are moving forward from this, right? We're moving forward from, and this is the breakup. I love that this is explaining everything. The Four of Cups. So a feeling of, what do I want to say? Like it's sort of apathy in a sense, but it's also like a sense of like we are kind of closed off. Even if things are being offered to us, we were closed off. We just couldn't see it. We couldn't see anything. All we can see is like, oh, these cups that are not really helping us. But the real deal. Again, I don't know. I feel like this is like the superficial things, like something that doesn't have depth to it. And I feel like you want something deep. So these are like, this almost feels like distraction here when you really what you wanted here, when you wanted the actual depth, whether it's love, whether it's like the calling in life, whatever it is that this is, there's something here. So you were here and you're like, and this became boring because this is all distraction, right? It just reminds me of like, you know how sometimes we're like, we can kind of get caught up in, I want to say that externalities, right? Like, and I mean like, you know, like the latest gossip about celebrities or something. Sometimes but that's not, you know, if we're focusing on like their life, you know, we're kind of missing out on ours. And you're dropping this. You're like, I don't want this. I want my life to be amazing. And so you're on this week, you're on this, I feel like you're on this journey here, and I like this road trip, internal road trip. Maybe you're having an external one that's leading you to this is leading you. So this could be love that is coming through here. We're leaving this behind of like solitude and loneliness to maybe uniting with somebody. And I do feel like it maybe goes deeper, but it doesn't necessarily have to be romance with somebody else, but it's more of connecting with yourself. Like you are like connecting with yourself and being like, okay, we're gonna like forget all this externality, all this like, externalities. I feel like all these distractions, and we're actually going deep within ourselves to find this, which is very important. And that is going to give us the wish fulfillment. That is where it comes from. So yeah, very beautiful. I love this. Okay, and so for your self-care for the week is all about meditation. So meditate, because it's grounding all this. It's both like grounding here and it's opening our heart chakra, which I do feel like this is important for you. Heart chakra is very important, just because this really does remind me of a heart chakra. And then we can connect to our higher self right there. We're going deep this week, my friends. Going deep. All right, let's see what the divination dice tell us. Okay. Oh, messages coming out again. Lots of messages coming through. And I was going to say that the Page of Wands might actually be messages in terms of like something, I want to say like a passion project. Not work, but passion project, or maybe something to do with education. There is, look at that, we have happiness here. There's this wish fulfillment coming through here. Don't quit. No, you don't quit. You keep going. You're going to keep moving. You're actually going. You're letting go of things, but you're moving and progressing. And make today great with a little watermelon there. So for some of you, I don't know if that looks good. So here we have like releasing. I do say it like that. When I see that, it's releasing of all our emotions, releasing the past. Once we do that, look, we're going to start off slowly. We're going to move a little bit, and then boom, things are going to speed up. I do like that a lot. Okay, let's see what our charm chips for the week are. charm chips for the week for the collective of group 2. Okay, we have interesting. Alright, we have this, I believe, is the guardian angel. We have eggs and luck. Good luck. Oh, they're so interesting. So yeah, wish fulfillment, good luck coming through here. The eggs, I feel like it's a new beginning, but I'm not sure. That's actually, I do, for me, like the Easter eggs always is like a new beginning. And it's like, again, like it's sort of like a spiritual awakening, if you will. It's leaving behind the distractions and going deep within yourself to really have that life calling here. Let's see what it is. Oh, and yeah, like we said, luck. Okay, so, oh, look at this. Oh, I like this. So it's energetic, charismatic, warm, spiritual fire sign. And that's this page right here. So you could be, this might be somebody who is very energetic, charismatic, warm, and spiritual. But I also feel like you are awakening to your own spirituality. I mean, and I'm not saying that you weren't already, but I feel like you're leveling up here as well. Especially with the Easter eggs and all the other cards. Yeah, look, new life, rebirth, resurrection, hidden messages. Could be messages that are hidden, but for me it's more like it's a new life. It's something, it's sort of, yeah, like a rebirth coming through as well. And the guardian angels, yeah. So guardian angels are guiding you and protecting you. So this is very, very, very beautiful. I love it, but let me actually, and I don't usually do this, but I'm being called to do it. So hold on. All right, let's do what your angel messages too. Like, let's just sneak you in, but don't tell all the other ones. Tell any of the other ones. Let's see what your angel, what is this angel wanting to tell you this week? What is I'm trying to tell you this week? Mission. Look at this. Look at this. Your angels are encouraging you to focus your time and effort on your spiritual practice. Avoid things that deplete your energy. Your help is needed by many. Wow. Look at that. That is awesome, because that actually is kind of what I was feeling. Yeah. You're leveling up. I love it. All right. Thank you so much for being here. If you like this reading, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. I appreciate your energy. I appreciate your time. And of course, I appreciate that I am here on this journey with you. I am sending you so many magical blessings. And until I see you in the next one, bye-bye, my dear friends. Hello, group 3. Oh my goodness. So this week is all about healing, connecting, and I feel like clearing out lots of stuff. So here we have practice patience, all the Marian quartz. So let me just tell you something. That's something I always need, patience. I'm a bit impatient with myself. I'm sometimes impatient with others. So I get you. We need to have this. It also kind of is pointing you that way. It's like, it feels like you're being guided to a path here, because this feels like an arrowhead being pointed to your true north. So this is actually quite beautiful. Yeah, and that makes a lot of sense with this feather. So deep spiritual messages. So I feel like you are, I might actually do an angel feather message for you, because that is interesting. I was going to say, like, please remind me. But we have this, you are connecting. I really do feel like this week for you is pointing you to your true north, and that's guiding you here. So you're being guided, especially spirituality. Here we have love potion. So this is interesting. Love, attraction, sexual arousal. So there's attachment, obsession, and embarrassment. So this actually, with the poison there, it makes me feel like this is so much like the devil card. I almost feel like this is the judgment card and this is the devil card a little bit. So not a bad thing. It's just that the love potion is actually like, it's more like an externality, right? It's more like the love doesn't come necessarily. It comes because of something. So sometimes when we were starting off, we had this like immediate chemistry, right? And it overwhelms. It just overwhelms. So I feel like this, what I'm seeing here is actually like, I want to kind of put this up. There you go. That's making more sense. So we have this, the Lemurian quartz, the practice patience. So patience, I feel, is because you're going to be pulled in two directions. You're being pulled into this, which is like, almost feel like, yeah, the devil card. So whatever it is that you have this, and it might be even like love. That's not, I'm not like saying go away from it, but there is something that's pointing you to your true north, and that's a deeper spiritual message. Deep, like your angels are guiding you here for you. Actually, let me do it now before I forget. Let me actually do it. Sorry. Excuse me while I get your back. Let me do whoops. The angels are deciding this week to come and poke and have fun, because the angels were also there for collective of group too. So maybe you might find something interesting there as well. Let me just see, what is this other message by angel? Message that's the collective of group. Do you need, right, just for this week? Growth. Okay, so that's what it is. So this is something about you needing to grow. So growth, and I do feel like it's a spiritual growth, but it could be growth comes from within. And that's the difference. Okay. Oh, I love when my cards, like when all the cards make sense. So this comes from within. Growth comes from within. This love potion is something that is not coming from within, but it's rather coming from like something outside, right? It isn't saying love, right? It isn't just like that you love. It's like a potion that, so it feels like you're kind of being compelled, but not from within, but like externally, to focus on something else. Like I really do feel like the devil card is that one right there. Let's see what other things are coming. So conjure. That's, to me, always when I look at this is the magician card a little bit for me. But it is the sense that you have the power, right? You have the power to conjure, to have what you want, the reality that you want. Like, where am I going to put you? There we go. So we have that reality for you. You can, look at this. Actually, and I love this because look, if you actually see the field, it is full of dandelions. And I always focus this, like, you have all these wishes. You can make them all come true. You have the power of it. But it really is, first, you need to have this growth. It has to come from within, right there. So it's almost like I feel like you're being called, and it does feel like this week is calling us all to, to our more spiritual side this week. Not so much this, not so much the other things. And I guess it's kind of similar to group too. So if you were called to do that, there might be that reason why. Yeah, Ace of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles, right? Look at that beautiful reading right here. Beautiful cards in general. So King of Pentacles, to me, there is a sense of patience coming through here. But you know what's interesting to me? So this is like, it almost feels like there's a sense of completion here with the 10, but we also have a beginning here with the Ace of Cups, which is, to me, interesting. So in some aspects, maybe in finances, maybe there's an establishment here. You feel established, you feel like good in one aspect, but you also feel like you're a beginner in maybe in emotions and love, and this sense of fulfillment coming through here. It really does feel like it's for me, it's like you're here, but now it's time for you to go into a new level. But there is a needing for grounding, and I think patience does come from being grounded. If we're scattered, if we're all over, if we're like, again, if we're going like a whole bunch of different places, we run out of patience because we feel overwhelmed. Wow, I actually feel like every single pile had a little information, and it kind of almost feels like it was a flow of things. But anyways, sorry about that. I'm just like this is interesting because I do see the pattern here. So you have this. There's a needing for being grounded. There's a needing for you to have this fulfillment here. But it also is allowing yourself to have beginnings as well. And allowing you to kind of accept what is being offered. Like I do feel like there's like a feather, like guidance is being coming through. But it's also feeling like you have more power. It's being given to you here. Fulfillment, love, happiness. It's coming. It's ready. But there's a sense of like knowing that from 1 to 10, it takes some time. There's the patience growing here. And as long as you know that you can have it all, and I feel like you really can, using that to ground yourself, using to know that you don't have to rush it. You don't have to push everything, but have that patience with yourself. Because I feel like maybe that is your devil card or your love potions. You think, I'm gonna say like of course, you know, I'm one of those people that's always trying to like do different things. I have beach body, so I do like this saying of there is no magic pill, in terms of like there is no like, if you try to do shortcuts in any way, if you try to like, you're only cheating yourself. Because there is the part that the going from the A's to the 10, that growth is actually what, you know, you would think that this is it, that this is like, oh my God, this is what you've been waiting for. Yes, but it's actually the process of it that actually makes this worth it, right? If you actually, sometimes maybe that's happened to you, you go from 0 to like 100 right away, and there's no actual thing, you just kind of, there was no growth to it. It usually just, most people will feel like, hey, that was it, that wasn't it, like, you know, like I thought it was supposed to be, I was supposed to be totally happy, right? Especially when it's something you've been waiting for. And it was always like my friend, when she was like, she was really like, didn't like being at home. She didn't like being at home like with her parents, and then all of a sudden, like, so she's like, she moved out, and she was like, wow, okay. It wasn't as like that thing, because I don't know, I guess she kind of didn't, well, it was actually very stressful to her because she didn't plan it out. There was no patience. She just kind of made it. She just kind of took off. There was no basis. So it was very stressful in terms of like, she was like, oh my God, I'm not going to have enough money to be able to do this. But it wasn't even just that. It was just like, she was like, oh, okay. It wasn't fulfilling to her. And I always thought that was fascinating, because I was like, wow, but this is something you've been wanting. And here it is, you have it, but it's not, it wasn't what, like, you thought this would solve all your problems, right? You thought this was going to be, but it didn't actually kind of led up to new things. So I don't know why that brought up, but that to me, it's sometimes we want to fast forward, we want to like do it, but it's actually the process that's so important. And I know lots of people say that. So having patience with yourself, practice patience. It's worth it. It's worth it when you actually go through the process. Just remembering that you do have the ability to have it all. Okay, let's see what self-care for your week. Oh, make a meal. Oh, that sounds yummy. I hope you make a yummy meal. I'm feeling vegetable stir fry. How about you? Let's see what your divination dice. Okay, look at that. If not now, when? Oh, you're having like, this is actually kind of interesting, because it's felt like snappity but being cool at the same time. So you get to choose, I think. I feel like if you feel if you're trying to rush things, then you're gonna snap. But if you're like knowing that things are coming, you're taking the steps that you need to, you're gonna be cool. Look at that. I do like it. Conversations will be needed and had, important conversations. So maybe with somebody who's an earth sign, that's gonna help you, guide you. Maybe something like a love might be coming through here as well. Oh, that's nice. But again, look, if not now, when? We need to take the steps. And notice when I'm saying practicing patience, I'm not saying, don't start on it, but actually take yourself, like, know that from the A's to the 10, it takes a few steps, right? And each one is a learning. So saying yes to things, and look at us, you're happy, you got this. Let's say, and we also have make, oh boy, can you see it? Okay, make today great. Yeah, it's like, make where you are great. You don't have to, like my friend, she could have made it. She could have looked the pros and cons of things, but sometimes we can't see it. We're in the situation, we can't see, like, oh, and later in hindsight, we're like, oh, we really had it good then, you know? So try to appreciate where you are right now and see where it's bringing you. Okay, yeah, so this guy wanted to come. So the eye of the beholder, how you look at things is important. Oh, an Ace of Swords, so new clarity coming through. Porcupine thing, so being defensive, not necessarily. Oh, whirlwind. feels like fast, and there might be windfall money coming through, like good money coming through, or you're worrying about money. I like, you know, it says that it's always like worried about finances, but for me, when I see that little bag of money, I think money is coming, and especially because we have pentacles here, so I'm like, money is coming. Let's see, 33. So break. Oh, look at that. Okay, so this is actually like, I say this is, oh yeah, well, yeah, breakthrough. It did say a clarity, something coming. So breakthrough is on the way. Intellect with the sharpness of mind. Okay, but I do feel like it's a breakthrough. Maybe it comes through a conversation, because that is important. Or like it could be the messages, right? The like feather messages, like in your spiritual self calling you forward. Okay, so yeah, not approachable. Like being, you know, I don't. It's like the universe. Like what I'm seeing here is being more open is important. This might be your devil card, or you shut yourself out. Yeah. So how you look at things is the beholder, and let's see. Storm ahead, whirlwind romance. Ooh, so maybe for some of you, I'm gonna take this as some of you definitely will love with all of this. Just be careful with the love in terms of like, I don't like the poison, so just be careful. Take it slow is what it is. Don't, you know, like there's a patience. Don't go. But there's also like I do feel like there's a shift and changing here. The storm here. And it does say money issues, but to me, again, like I said, it's actually, for me, it's money that's coming, not money issues. Especially also with what is there. So I hope you liked this reading, and if you did, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. I appreciate your beautiful energy, your time, and of course that you are here on this journey with me. I am sending you many, many beautiful and magical blessings, and until I see you in the next one, bye-bye, my dear friend.